and we're really excited to have Prem Singh give one of our last keynotes. I spoke about Prem a little bit on Thursday night, but for those of you that were not there Thursday evening, I'm just going to do a quick recap on who Prem Singh is. So as mentioned throughout the Convergence a few times this weekend, I had the privilege and amazing opportunity to travel. And while I was in India, I made some great contacts. Many of the presenters this past weekend where I made those connections during that trip. Laura from Odd Gum Nut Farm, who went over all these recipes that you can make at home using plants and getting away from the consumerist goods that are harmful and runoff and whatnot. So if you missed that video, make sure to go back. I think she was Friday morning. Hasmukh, who talked about building educational systems that integrate permaculture values and systems and encouraging growth from understanding our failures and observing nature and how it grows. We had Jeet, who was an intern on Prem Singh's farm, and Prem is the man who's about to present right now. And I think that's about it from the connections from India. But I was really excited to visit Prem's farm because he started farming in 1987, and he was using the traditional methods. And I think he's going to go into this in his introduction story, so I won't go into it too much. But he observed from his actions, he was not working with the system. And now he has a campus that is spreading farming knowledges to villages all over in his rural area. On his site, he has 35 different types of trees, 26 different varieties of vegetables, 14 different medicinal plants and spices, 12 different ornamental flowers. So he's really embodied that element of biodiversity on his 6-acre landscape. And he is also someone who really focuses on the philosophy side of farming and how the role farmers play in our society and things related to that. So I think it's going to be a great presentation. I'm going to see, are you on the call, Prem? Can you hear us? See where Prem's at. Might have to message him to confirm. And I'm hoping
a moment ago.
he's online, and he is made a co-host and ready to go.
Okay.
I'll invite him to
Okay,
unmute.
great. Okay. Hello, Prem. Can you hear us?
Yes, David, I can hear now.
Excellent, excellent. We're so happy to have you here and for us to hear more about your story rather than from me, from you who has experienced it and gone through such amazing experiences of having a wonderful farm like you do that I got to see. I was going to see if we could play a quick video showing the intro of your farm. I put a link, David Algren, in our Slack group. I'm wondering if you can scroll up and maybe screen share
I got
your
it covered.
screen. Awesome. So Prem, I'm going to show them just the 2.5-minute video on your website that shows your farm. So they have some visuals for reference of where you're talking about.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Prem.
Is it further up in the chat, David?
Yeah, just a couple scrolls up, you should see the campus tour. Perfect. Thank you, David.
Seconds.
And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to type into the chat the website that this video is from. So at any point during Prem's conversation and presentation, you're welcome to check out his main website, which goes over more information and all the things related to his presentation. So it looks like we got the video pulled up, and we're going to watch this real quick, and you'll be able to visualize where Prem's talking about, which I think will be helpful. Okay. Okay, I think this is a good point for you to take over, Prem, and tell us more about your story and your farm.
Hello.
Hey, we can hear you now.
Now can hear you? You can hear me?
Yes, Prem, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So David, first I want to thank you for the all person who are organizing this program, and I'm very uh, feeling grateful for you that you have introduced us in this wonderful program. So first of all, you take my thanks from my bottom of the heart, all the person. In this program, I want to say that now the whole planet has been globalized. Internet has proved that the whole human being of this planet are the same, and uh, this planet is one. All the boundaries in this planet, either the boundaries of nation, class, creed, everything, it's really the human may be. This is the this is the made by human being. This is not natural. So now this is the time when we can start talking about the practices of agriculture should also be globalized. So here always I talk to the farmers here in India, are the persons who comes to me. So first of things, first of all, I say them there are some principles of the farming. So there are 6 principles of the farming. Now we should um, practice in our fields, and we should also propagate these things, because uh, influence of policy of nations are very much uh, um, we are very much influenced by our policies, and every nation has uh, different policies about farming. So this type of things which are universal should be um, accepted by policies also. So always I pursue this, I propagate this. So the first principle of farming is the principle of self-sufficiency. In my farm, you have seen all the things which are required in the farm as uh, fertilizer, seeds, water, instruments, energy, everything comes from the farm. So every farm should be self-sufficient for all the things which are being used in the farm. The second self-sufficiency, all the things which are being used in my house for food, for shelter, for clothing, should come from the farm. Whatever is possible in the agroclimatic zone where the farm is situated should come through the farm, not from market. So self-sufficiency in 2 ways is necessary, or we can see the soul of farming. All the things which are used in the farm should come from the farm. So we should design, here we say the farm designing. So we should design our farm according to this, that we can be self-sufficient in seed, water, uh, energy, and uh, fertilizers. The second principle is the principle of fertility. All the crops we should take, we should not lose our fertility of our farm, because this fertility is made by our forefathers and has given us in such a way, such a beautiful way. So this is our duty. We should give this farm to our ancestors full of fertile. So in our farm designing, we always uh, remember this, that our crop rotation, crop pattern, all the things which we are taking from our farm should not lose our fertility. We should give fertilizer from outside more than we are taking from the farm. This practice can give us sustainability. Third principle is the principle of balance. Principle of balance means our farm is a part of a planet. We cannot separate this. So we should design our farm. We should all the things. There should all the things. There should be all the things which are necessary to balance, eco-balance of the planet. Age. There should be in a certain proportion of animals, certain proportion of human being, and certain proportion of gardening or trees, whatever you see. So these are the four stages of the planet, or the nature, sorry. So we should maintain this proportion in our farm. So as in 10-acre land or in 1-acre land, we can, if we require in 1-acre land 300 kilogram or 3 quintal compost, then we should have at least 1 cow, two goats, at least 10 hens, because goat gives us good quality manure which is rich in minerals, and the birds like ducks, like hen, cocks, they give us best quality of phosphorus and calcium, which converts into nitrogen. And the third thing, if there are a lack of microbes, it will fulfilled by the cow. So all these manure, all these should go in the farm, in the field. They will sustain our fertility. So this ratio, proportion should be maintained. And the one thing also should balance in our farm. This is the balance in two ways. First, balance, eco-balance, and the second, we human beings are not immortal. We first grow up to 20 to 25 years, and our body stays up to 50 years and then downgrade. So we should organize our design our farm in a way according to our body nature. Suppose if we grow a garden in our farm in my 20 year or 25 years, so it will complete when I will be in 50 years. So it will start giving more and more money rather than, and my body will go down, so my income will not go down. So both way there should be a balance. So fourth balance is the fourth principle is the principle of quality. We should never lose the quality of our product, our grains, our fruits, our milk, our eggs, whatever we grow. We should never go in the way to lose our quality, because there is negative relationship between quality and quantity. If you go for quantity, we should have lose our quality. So if we want to do sustainable farming, we should never lose our quality of the food. So it is must to conserve our local seeds and local breeds of the all things, and we should naturally improve them. And there are so many ways to so many methods here in tradition in India we apply to improve our seeds and breeds, everything. And the fifth principle is the principle of maximum involvement of the human being. In my way, the successful farm is where there are so many people are working with satisfaction. So this is the fifth principle. If I have a big farm, it doesn't mean that it is mine. It is social responsibility. Mine farm, it in my there is no ownership of the farm. This is the social responsibility. If it is more than sufficient for me, so we should take social responsibility. Social responsibility means we should design our farm that more and more people can work with us with satisfaction. We can do this practice so many ways here in India. There are so many practices. But if there is not sufficient families in the farm, we cannot get satisfaction in the farm. This is the fifth principle of the farm designing or avartanshil farming which we do. I think 2 days before, Jitu has explained the 5 steps of avartanshil farming. So this is the fifth principle, maximum involvement of the people. So these are 5, and I forget the 6th principle. I have to go to see this. So this is we maintain in our farm. So these principles are, I think, universal principles. The farm is situated in India or in Australia or in America or in every place of any place of the planet. We can do. Yes, I remember. The 6th principle is the farmer's prosperity. This is a blunder. In India, especially, we see farmers grow everything, several things, but they are poor. They are in debt. So how we are doing this farming if farmers are in debt? So the 6th principle, we should design our farm, or we should do farming such a way where farmers can feel prosperity, farmers' family can feel prosperity. It is not, it doesn't meaning that farmers are doing everything and giving food to the planet, all the people, and they are in the debt. So we should also think about this, that we should design our farm such a way where the farmers can feel prosperity. So these are the 6 principles which we follow. And it is not sufficient that I'm following this practice. It is enough. It should be taken by, it should be it should be it should be think that it should be a common uh, commonly it should be propagated in climate, because if you see seriously in the history, why some people from one side to go another side. We see in our Indian history, we are we Indian are the mostly farmers in the whole country. Just 40 years before, we were 90%. 50 years before, now we are 70% farmers. So we were the we were the biggest farmer country in the world. And I saw in my history not a single instance any king, any group of people went to loot others, went to uh, uh, scratch scratch others. If you see seriously, why people are going to loot others, scratch others? There is a scarcity of the food. Suppose in Mongolia, suppose in Saharan countries where are 10-month sun, and cyber countries there are 10-month wind and water. How can they grow food for the whole year? So they were bound to go others to take for the food, but they adopted the thing is was not very good. They started loot. They should come to India like, and they should uh, learn how can they create food for whole year. So why anybody goes to loot others? So if you see in history deeply, you will find the basic problem of basic drive was food, to loot others, to make big army, to make big nation, to make armament. Why we can not do practice like this, that every farmer can feel satisfaction where they are? So because once again I'm repeating, because now internet has shown us that the whole globe is one and human beings is the same. Nobody, no family, no nation can success to become a big nation rather than another nation, big family rather than other family, big human being, big individual rather than other individual. If they can be, but they cannot gain satisfaction. And human being is for satisfaction, and satisfaction can come if we are doing something for others, for satisfaction of other human being, satisfaction of other family, satisfaction of the nature. If we follow all the rules of nature, all the rules of society, then in reflection, in result of that action, we can get satisfaction. So this is my humble request for you all organizers, and all the person who are in this practice should search common um, common principles of the farming, and we all should propagate in planetary, and should write some letters to the United Nations, that if we want to make balance in nature, remain sustainable lifestyle, satisfaction of all people in the planet, we should accept these type of policy. I'm not saying that it should be bounded, but ethically it should be accepted. If uh, bigger organizations accept this ethically, so every nation can convert their policies according to this. So thank you very much to give us a chance for this conversation. And now I'm open if anybody want to ask questions. Thank
Yeah, we're going to open up the floor to a lot of questions. I think we're all very curious to hear about actual operations on the farm, what you're currently growing, some of the day-to-day activities, the types of animals you have. If you just want to kind of talk about nitty-gritty farming details, I think we'd all love to hear about some of that as well.
farming detail, practice detail in practice.
Yeah, practice and what you have going on around you. We see so much beautiful landscape around you. We'd love to hear what kind of
Yes.
trees, what kind of plants, what kind of.
Okay, David. So I have more than 100 mango trees, and this is the reason I was always walking around my farm, that everybody can see. There are some cocks, very good quality cocks, which are said Kadaknath here. This is a special variety of the hens, and there are some very good quality of goats, and also we are improving these varieties. You can see these are the goats, and there is some other birds in that way. And I'm showing my cow shed, but cow has opened for the grazing. And these are the practice of Berkeley compost. These we have learned from the America, Berkeley University. This is completed in 18 days. Very good quality of compost we use, and all the things. These are the fruit trees of the Indian gooseberry. We don't know the English name this, and this is full of in full bloom. You can see. So there are Indian gooseberry, mangoes, guava, citrus plants. So many citrus plants are there. So you can see, and this is my cow shed. This is cow shed. Cows are open for grazing. So all the things are these. Now I'm going towards my pound, fishery pound. So everything. This is processing unit. Now it is not opened. It will open at 10 o'clock. This is the processing unit. I have also, this is the fourth step of our field farming. Whichever we grow here, we do not sell this directly to the market. We always convert into the farm, which directly can consume or used by a farmer. Oh, sorry, a consumer. So this is my practice. These are the things. Now I'm going towards.
I had a couple questions come in, Prem. So one question was, how many workers do you have on the farm, and how many people live on the farm?
I think 7 families live here. Number of farmers, maybe 15, more than 15. And it is just 6-acre land. And we have a lot of work to do here. So if anybody comes here, I never say them, you go back. I always have some places to live there. Because whenever a pupil comes, he comes with a quality, with a skill. So we organize, we use their skill, and we live here satisfaction with satisfaction.
I
So
love
there
seeing
are
that fence.
6 to 7 families.
I loved seeing that fence you went by. That is a little project I got to work on while I was there visiting you, Prem, with one of your farm workers. Yeah. Oh, also, I know you're in the mango orchard right now, and I'd love for you to take a moment to talk about the plants growing underneath the mango trees and some of the systems at play here, because I thought that was very interesting when you told me.
Yes, these are turmeric. Under mangosteen, these are turmeric.
Mm.
This is
And
turmeric.
and do you take the turmeric, and I know you talk about how you refine a lot of the farm goods, whether it's the mangoes into pickled mangoes, the turmeric,
Yes,
do you turn that into a powder, or what is your processing methods
we
for your turmeric?
actually we make some. We use at least 50 kilo for our in kitchen. Our kitchen is very big, and most of the part we make. We make what to say uh, pickle. We make pickle from this turmeric because really uh, uh, for pickle we also use turmeric. So turmeric we use here as a powder form and also make pickles. Pickle is also highly sellable uh, item in our.
Excellent. And we had another question asking about your methods and how a lot of us in the Pacific Northwest live in a very temperate climate. So it doesn't necessarily get super hot, not super cold. And someone was wondering, do you think your methods would work in our type of environment as well? Or do you think they're exclusive to your bioregion?
Yes, David, it is workable for everywhere, but we should do this according to equivalence. The proportion we should choose according to where we are. If we are in northern region like where you are, there are so much cold. So we should have. We can change our crop pattern and our orchard pattern and our forest, our grazing pattern, but the principle would be the same. Principle
Excellent.
would be the same. Yes.
Great. And I just saw your big, beautiful pond. I remember sitting underneath that structure you're in right now and just taking in the beauty of the farm and the mango trees. You use that pond to irrigate a lot of the farm, correct?
Yes, David. This knowledge I gained from the Schauberger. He was Austrian man. He has written a book, not a book, actually, another person has written, but he has dictated that living water. You can search it. He says that if water is comes through this pond, if you use this water or natural water which comes from the rain and you collect in the pond or anyway, it gives more than 30% production because this water when touches the surface, it mineralizes. When this water comes in the touch with the sun, it energizes, and this water comes like this uh, through way like this. It gives oxidation. So when water oxidizes, energizes, and mineralizes, it gives more than 30% production. It increases. So this is
Hmm.
this is highly valuable rather than water is taken from underground. So this thing I learned from Schauberger. And
Hmm.
also we use fishes. There are fish. More than 12,000 fish are in this pond. So
Wow.
we also take fish and we also use it for the uh, for the irrigation purpose also.
That's
Yes.
incredible. Now, the pumping of the water, how do you pump the water out of the pond to the other parts of the farm? Are you using a
Yes.
fuel?
I don't use any electricity in my farm. I always pump. And if you take uh,
Oh, I think we might have lost you there, Prem.
water from the pond, it takes a little energy. If you take water from...
I think you're cutting in and out, Prem. I think we're losing signal. We're hoping to catch you back in the call so we can hear what you have to say. But right now, you are cut out. Yeah, just feel free to talk when you can, Prem. I think you're muted now as well, Prem.
I asked him.
Let's see. Okay. I'm always unsure. I'm like, is it just me or is everyone? Because that will be awkward if it's just me. But hey, Prem, I think you hit the mute button. So you have to look, there should be a button to unmute yourself on your screen. And then we'll be able, there you go. I don't think we have audio quite yet.
We don't hear you, Prem. Nope.
I think...
Oh,
I think...
you're starting to come back in, Prem. There you are. I think we're going to be able to hear you now. Maybe. It's still pretty quiet.
Okay.
So
it is
there you
okay?
go.
I think
better.
half an hour is... Hello?
Okay. I think we can hear you now, Prem.
Yes, it's time. Now, I think 30 minutes has completed. So I have said what I want to said.
Okay. I think you're coming back in now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, we've really enjoyed the farm tour. Do you have time for a few more questions or? Okay. I
Hello?
think you're getting better signal. And I think any minute now you're going to come through and we're going to hear crystal clear and be able to engage once again. So just try talking and we'll let you know. Can you hear us,
David,
Prem?
can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you now and it's sounding good.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we wanted to ask if you can hear us and if you'd be willing to answer some questions if you have a few more minutes, if we can get the connection.
So I said, and I can't hear now again.
You can
So
hear?
I think there is a network.
Prem, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I think you're getting closer to your internet. I think you're coming back. We appreciate everyone's patience. This is the thing about organizing an online event with speakers literally across the world. So thank you for everyone's patience. Okay, you there, Pen?
Yes, I can.
Solar panels? They look like
Okay.
solar panels. Cool.
Yeah, can you tell us about your solar setup and what you use your solar power for on the farm? Okay.
And these
Solar panel? Hear the whole question. Hear the whole question.
Okay, can you hear me now, Prem?
Why? Now I can hear. What we are asked?
Yeah, so we briefly saw your solar panels go by and people were excited to see solar panels on your farm. And I was just wondering if you could tell us some of the functions that your solar panels and solar power play on your farm and what you use that power for.
Yes, I showed him. Again, I said, again, I'm showing.
Reminds me of a Led Zeppelin song called Communication Breakdown.
Yes, again, David, can you hear me?
Yes, you're sounding very good, Prem. We can hear you now. Or maybe I spoke too soon.
Oh, he froze. Prem, can you hear
Yes,
us?
these are my... Hello.
Yes, those.
Madam, I cannot hear. There are so much fluctuation in your voice, so I can't hear. Sorry. Sorry,
No
It's
worries.
okay.
sorry.
You sound good, Prem. I think I should stop saying that because every time I say you sound good, that's right when he cuts out. So I think I'm jinxing it for us. So
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
okay.
Thank you to give me this chance, and my humble gratitude to your all organizers. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Prem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So since we ended this a little short, I'm happy to continue the conversation a little bit if people have questions. Prem signal might be coming in a little better periodically, but there might be some questions. I obviously cannot speak on behalf of Prem, but I was able to visit his farm, and I'm happy to talk about some of the things I saw there. It looks like we got some good visuals coming from Prem right now. But yeah, his farm is in Banda, India, Uttar Pradesh. So yeah. Any questions? Anyone have any questions they're wanting to get out on the chat or speak up, and we can see if we can get a couple of questions answered while we still have Prem potentially on the call.
We do have questions for Prem, but if you can hear us, chime in, Prem. Meantime, David, yeah, talk about your time at Prem's place.
Yeah, well,
David,
I got
can you repeat it again?
yes, I was just talking about my time on your farm and saying how I was going to talk about my experience, and then if questions arise for you, if you can hear the questions, we'll obviously give you the floor to answer those questions. So it looks like your internet's getting better, Prem. It's not lagging, and you're welcome to maybe try talking and we can tell you how you sound. Can you hear us?
Sorry, again.
Sure.
Should,
So,
I cannot understand. My English is very weak, and so fluently
sure.
you all speaks in English, so I cannot follow all time. So please again repeat. Now I have sit in my seat, so you
Yes.
can start.
Yes, that was one of my favorite spots on the farm because that is where we
Yes,
had our chai tea every few
yes,
hours. I
yes,
was always
yes,
amazed.
yes,
Every few
yes,
hours, more chai tea.
yes,
And I was like, how could I say no to delicious chai? And we'd sit there around a fire.
yes.
My
Bhaiya, you remember?
how could I forget? I came from Lucknow, the capital in Uttar Pradesh, and it was literally nonstop horns. I don't think I
Yes,
never did not hear a horn while there. And then I came to Prem's farm and I could hear the birds singing. And the first night I was there, Prem said, would you like to come to a wedding with me? And I was like, I would love to. This is the thrill of traveling, that cultural exchange. So he took me to this wedding and we met many villagers. It was clear Prem is a very respected man in his community. Everyone came up to Prem to give their respects. And we were there a couple hours. And then Prem said, okay, you ready to go? And I said, well, what about the wedding? And he said, oh, that won't be happening till 4 a.m. We're not staying for that. And I was like, oh, guess that's different than in America. So thank you for that wonderful way to start my time with you. It looks like you're coming in pretty clear right now. So I'm going to get to some questions. There was one asking, how can an American visitor stay at the farm? Is there a time commitment? How much does it cost? How much of a work commitment is required? So I can pass that to you, Prem, if you want to talk about what is involved in visiting your farm.
So anybody can visit here. We don't charge anything. We are, this is our culture. We don't take anything from our guest. And guest is like a god for us. So we don't charge anything. And we do not, although we do not like to, and whatever we can do, we help them. So this is our culture. in countryside of India. We don't know in city size. There is no India. So if you come here, so anybody is most welcome, can stay and they can volunteer or they can stay as a guest. We can make their time full of knowledge, full of happiness, full of prosperity. We will try to do that.
Yes, and I can say that's true. It's not a story that sounds too good to be true. I went there. I was a guest. The work was very reasonable. I often had to ask Prem if there was more I should be doing. He's like, no, it's a little cold today. How about you relax by the fire? I was like, are you sure? You give me a place to sleep 3 meals a day? Surely there's more I can be doing for you. He said, no, it's okay, rest. And so Prem was just an incredible host, definitely a worthwhile place to go visit when traveling opens up again. I highly recommend you go to the Humane Agrarian Center. Also, a unique thing that I don't think we've talked about on your farm is the fact that you've made a museum on your farm.
I actually forget to show that. I'm just going there to show that. Yes. So there is a museum. Yes, you can explain. You can explain better rather than me. So you explain and I'm showing. Okay?
Okay. And you correct me because
Yes,
if memory serves me correct, your museum shows the progress of agriculture throughout human history. Is this true?
Yes. This is actually history of humanity. This question come in my mind in 2010, that in the classrooms, we always hear about the history of kings who are the murderer of the humanity. Always they loot others and they do nothing give to the society, but there is a history of the kings. But where is the history of the farmers? Where is the history of the instrument which were made by farmers, which change all the humanity, society, and the process of thinking? But we do not read, we do not give this history, how they grow the food, how they fertile the land, how they did all the things. But there is no in the classrooms. So I made this history of humanity and I presented this pictorially. Yes, now you can continue.
Amazing. Yeah, I love that, Prem. The idea that in our classrooms and history textbooks, we highlight who was involved in the conflict, the looters, the wars, but rather, what about the farmers, the people who have provided for others, and the people who have chosen to create a greener future, not those who have embraced the industrial. Now, who is that man right there, Prem, that you have a painting of?
Yes, he is my mentor. He is Sri A. Nagaraj. They gave a new philosophy of coexistentialism. Coexistentialism is the philosophy who says us that matter is always what to say in English, it's dipped into a space, and space is like God. So in materialism, you say, dialectic materialism says that the atom is the basic particle of this planet, and there is no need of God. There is no need of God. Atoms made this planet. And there is a Big Bang theory who says that in a big explosion, this planet came into this shape and another explosion will destroy it. But coexistentialism says that this planet is in a certain proportion, like water is a certain proportion of hydrogen and oxygen. Like this, the whole planet is the certain proportion of the matter and the plants and the animals and the human being. So this proportion we should have to maintain. This is the coexistentialism theory. So all the spiritualist theories are agree that this planet will destroy one thing one day. Either they are Christian, either they are Islamic, either they are Hindus. They all believe that this planet will destroy. And materialistic, who believe in materialism, they also believe that this planet, one day this planet will destroy. But coexistentialism says that this planet is sustainable if we do not disturb seeds of the plants and genes of the animals. These animals and these plants are always sustainable through their seeds, through their genes. But now human being is disturbing genes and the seeds. This is unfortunate. We are destroying this planet before big explosion. So this is the coexistentialism. This is the new philosophy in the planet. They born in 1920, and they up to 2015. So this is coexistentialism.
Excellent. Got a couple more questions for you, Prem. We have one, Julie's wanting to know how you are able to walk around your farm and have internet. You must have pretty good internet at the farm, huh?
Yes.
Yes. Although, funny story, while I was visiting Prem, there was a policy change that had happened in the Indian parliament relating to the Muslim religion, and it was a law kind of promoting discrimination. And as a result, there were lots of protests all over India. And while I was at Prem's farm, they actually jammed the internet and shut down the internet without warning. So I was not able to contact my mom, and she was a little worried. Those few days we went completely offline. So that was just a little side story. We had another question wanting to know, so do you use fossil fuels and in your farming methods? You use tractors, machinery? How do you get a lot of that work done? Are you using animal power, machine power, human power?
Obviously, I use animal power and hand-driven tools, human being. So I believe in involvement of more human beings and involvement of animals. And I don't believe in, I don't use in fossil fuels in my farm. But whenever I don't have any tractor or anything, but whenever I'm in trouble, so I take in hire for some time. But usually I don't use. I use always bullock-driven carts and bullock-driven plows, all the things I have in my farm.
Excellent, excellent. And we had another question, 7 families on 6 acres. Someone wants to know, do you have outside income and money, or are you able to support everyone on the farm from the farm?
I have not a single pie comes from another side. All the things which grow in our farm, or we also purchase some farmers who are doing in our way farming organically. We purchase like lentils. So we have so much processing units here. We make pickles. We make lentils, buknu, so many things I'm showing you. All the things, dalia, this is hot, best-selling items in my farm. This is dalia, and this is dal, and this is also chickpea dal, and this is ghee. This is ghee made of cows. So many items we make here. So all the peoples are engaged in these works. They are,
Amazing.
whenever there is a work in a farm for the farming, we collectively do this, and in the spare time we involve ourselves in processing units season wise, because these all
Wonderful.
items are season wise. Yes.
Yes, very much seasonal processing. And I can say the food I had while I was on your farm was delicious, and it felt like clean, tasty, good food. I missed the food on your farm. 3 meals a day, delicious.
Once
We had
again, you
another
are
question.
invited.
Well, one day, Prem, I plan on returning to visit you and Jeet's farm. So someone mentioned how you suggest having 1 cow, 2 goats, and I believe 10 hens to maintain sustainable fertility. And you said everything should come from the farm as much as possible. The question is, with this sustainability definition, is 1 acre enough to sustain a family of 4? Can 4 people live off of 1 acre with those grouping of animals, in your opinion?
In my area, 2 acre is enough. 1 acre is not enough. 2 acre, but it depends. It depends where you are living, because it depends how much fertile soil is and what is the what to say climate. So many things it depends. In my area, 2 acre is enough for 2 families. 2 acre is enough for 1 family with some one family help.
Excellent.
But I don't know what would happen in your area, because I have not seen yet.
For
what is
now,
the position. Yeah.
until we get you out here, right, Prem? So you can come visit us and visit our farms.
Thank you.
We have another question. What is your primary food crops, and what do you grow for your main income? What makes you the most money? So what are you mainly eating from the farm, and what are you mainly selling?
I think, David, everything is we can sell from it, because everything we whatever we grow for food, and what is remaining from my farm we convert into we use in processing. So everything like cow ghee, this is the remaining part of my milk. You know that more than 10 to 15 people, 10 to 20 people eat every day here. So if we don't say any milk from this farm, remaining part of milk we use for ghee. But we last year sell it more than 2 lakh rupees from ghee. So everything we grow barley, we use barley for the fodder of the cows, and we also eat sometime. Remaining part of barley we use as a dalia. So we sell it in high, twofold
Income, money, profit.
income. Yes, twofold prices. So
Yes.
we use 50% and we sell 50% in two double price. So we make same price and we use free. So this is all over. We have mangoes, a lot of mangoes. We sell them directly to the market, and we earn 5 to 7 lakh rupee per year from mangoes. Mangoes we cannot convert all the mangoes. But from turmeric, I hope this year I will earn more than 3 lakh rupees, because I will make pickles, and 2 quintals I will make powder. Powder is very high prices, gives 200 kilo per 200 rupees per kilo turmeric is now. So we will earn, I think, 2 to 3 lakh rupees. So many base money comes to me because of these peoples. Because of these peoples, not I'm not. This is the credit goes to the families who are living here. They do everything. So money comes from several sides. So mainly we sell it mangoes and sometimes Indian gooseberry also. So all the items which we grow, we convert into a finished product.
Wonderful answer. Thank you so much. That has been super informative. I believe Indian gooseberry, is that also amla or is that different?
Yes, amla is Indian gooseberry. Amla.
And you made medicine out of that, if I recall correctly,
Yes,
on the
yes,
farm, yes?
yes. Every piece of amla we sell in high prices. Every piece. So in amla, I think we sell it more than 5 to 7 lakh rupees per year. So these are
Wonderful.
yes. This is a medicine and very famous here
And
in India.
something I observed while I was staying with you is how many people come to visit your farm and to learn about your farming methods. And it seems like this is something people are very interested in, and they want to learn methods that will make their farms more productive and not so reliant on the industrial agriculture methods.
Now we are also running a training program, and after pandemic, so much people are coming back into the farm, and the people mostly youngsters who do not know ABC about farming, they come to me and they visit and they take training. Nowadays, a training program is running. So every month we organize at least one training program for the newcomers and the people, daily visitors. So many people come. I can say for yesterday, because today I don't know how much will come, but yesterday at least 30 people came to
Wow.
visit this. So this is the daily routine work. We don't have any documentation because it is not very good. It is not good to say anybody to write this. So people come here to take some advices and some purchase some items and for hello, all the things. So yesterday there were more than 30 people.
And you
And some
usually
people are
feed.
just coming after 20 minutes from Lucknow.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure every time you have guests, you always feed your guests and you always put out a wonderful meal for everyone visiting. It's amazing how you're so hospitable on your farm. Truly an amazing host, Prem. So I just want to ask, does anyone have, I guess Julie asked if you ever barter or trade with people in the community. Do you trade farm goods to the others around you?
David, I did never use any business by my farmers. This is my policy. I never business with farmers. I always give them free of all the things. Either they take seed, instruments, whatever they need, I provide them free of cost because I'm sustainable. I'm satisfied. So this is my duty to give them. I never make business with the farmers. But we exchange something. Like they cannot process, so they give me. I give them 20 to 50% more cost for their organic produces. But we do not business with the farmers. I don't like to business any business with farmers.
Absolutely. I noticed that how when it came to money and things like that, your attitude was, I have enough and I believe I will continue to have enough. So you were never worried about money getting in the way of your dreams or relationships with the people around you. So Truly such a pleasure to have you here, Prem. I think we can all say we're so happy that you were able to zoom in with us tonight. And I guess where you are, it's early in the morning, so you have a full day ahead of you. But I put a link into the chat earlier. Once again, this is at the Humane Agrarian Center. And if you ever get the chance to go to India, please visit Prem. He is one of the best hosts you can ask for. And you'll learn a lot while there. And thank you once again, Prem.
Thank you. Thank you. And welcome for all.
Thank
Excellent.
you,
So,
Prem. That was amazing.
oh, I think we have one more question from Sylvan. I missed a previous question. She was asking if you could maybe go on more about maximum involvement. You talked about how, let me see if I can scroll up and find her previous comment. So she said, I'm curious what you mean by maximum involvement. In the West, we
Oh.
talk about minimizing how much we have to do.
Yes. David, because we are huge population of the world. So my mother said when in my childhood, if you have more, this is not meaning that it is yours, it is your social responsibility. So I always do this. If there is a scarcity of anything to my village, a person who comes to me and they want to stay with us, so we create some space for them. This is our duty. Because we can do. We have established all the things. And when a person or family comes to me, their fate also inbuilt with us. So our income sources always increases. This is, they give more me rather than what I give them. So this is involvement means we give some space to do something. We give them help, support. They can stand like this. I do never give them the planning. Planning, I invite people who have their own planning. I stand with their planning and I give my farm, I give my support if it is according to nature's law and law of society, principles of society. If these are not against them, then I stand with them. So involvement means, because we are huge population, if we do not create a space for some people, how we can survive? This is the involvement means.
Excellent. Wow. Thank you, Prem. I was always amazed about your philosophies and outlooks on farming and life, and creating the appreciation for the farmer and understanding they are those who provide for society. So rather than regarding a farmer as, you know, a low-paying, dirty job, we should revere our farmers in society and uplift them. So I appreciate you zooming in, and I think I don't know if we have any more questions we missed, but this is your chance to reach out, because I think pretty soon the schedule, we're going to move on to our next scheduled event, which is our closing song circle. Everyone is saying thank you, Prem. Thank you for your time, your knowledge.
My humble thanks for you and all people who joined us.
Thank you, Prem. Always a pleasure. I'll talk to you soon. And we have one more question. Do you grow wheat or other grains?
Sorry?
Do you grow wheat or other grains? I know you mentioned barley.
So many grains. We grow chickpea, wheat, cowpea, mustard oil, flaxseed. This is the best flaxseed area. Barley in Rabi and also pigeon pea. Pigeon pea. This is the area of these things. And in Kharif, we grow rice. I have sown black rice. This is the first time in Bundelkhand. I took this rice from Manipur. So we have rice, very good quality rice, sorghum, what to say, green gram, I don't know Urad, but I don't know English name. Urad, horse pea. Oh, sorry, green gram, horse gram in Kharif. So we have a lot of grain. This is the multiple. This area is very famous for multiple grains. We use mixed farming, 7 mixed farming area. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Prem. So much appreciated. Yeah, it's been a true joy to reconnect with you, and I look forward to talking with you again very soon. And someone says they're getting hungry just thinking about all the delicious food you grow at your farm. So
You are most welcome. If it is possible, I can send it through network, through internet.
yes, we'll make sure to share your website and make sure everyone knows they are welcome to visit you and come check out the farm and give a helping hand.
My most welcome. You are
Okay.
most welcome.
Thank you, Prem.
But I don't have any website. I'm trying to say some people that if they can make, but there is in internet, YouTube, there are so many videos. Some people has put, I don't know, but they have put more than 50. So everything can known by YouTube. Farmer Prem Singh.
Great. Okay. Yeah, you've been an inspiration to all of us. So we hope you have a great day, and we'll be talking soon, Prem.
Welcome.
Okay. I'll pass it on to you, David.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prem. I'm also David too, and I enjoyed listening. This is great. I'm actually planning to go to India one day myself. It's on my list of things to do in life and to just soak in all of the knowledge that's there. Maybe me and David could go together. We should do that. Or at least maybe while David's there, I can go visit while he's there because I always like visiting.
You are most welcome, David.
Yeah, thank you.
You are most welcome. I will feel grateful if you all come here.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome to stay for our song circle. And I don't know if